Hey, what's up, YouTube? Boswell back with another video for the husband code. Look, we back at it. Part two. Like I said, I'm gonna make 3 parts of this video. Just kind of reviewing this book. And again, the book's called The Way of Superior Man. I just think the book in totality is just superior. He did a great job. His book has been out for about 20 years. This is the 20th anniversary of the book. And it just goes deep, man. Again, from his viewpoint, just talking about ways of becoming a better man, a superior man, and a better husband. And so therefore that's why I'm, really diving deep, because again, I want to share with you husbands out there just a way to just really tap into a different viewpoint as far as just my own. Now, definitely I'm gonna read a couple sentences or paragraphs and kind of get my own take on it. But again, I just think it's absolutely amazing book. Again, you should pick it up. I don't make no money, but if you want to enhance your skills, personal development of being a better husband and just a better man, this is a book I think definitely will give you some enlightenment. So anyway, we're gonna dive in. Don't use your family as an excuse to be less than you can be. With birth control so readily available, children are a choice. If you choose to be a household and raise children, you're responsible for serving them with as much love as possible, which you can only give them if your life is aligned with your deepest purpose. All right, so look, I've said this multiple times. Don't be passion driven, be purpose driven. And again, for me, especially at this point in my life, being purpose driven, it's just a different feeling, right? I really feel fulfilled in my goals and my drive and my purpose. As far as just life, I feel like fulfilled in life. Now, before, when I was passion driven, it'd be like sparks of fire, right? Little sparks of fire, but it wasn't that flame that's just burning, right? And discipline is the wood that you put on that fire to keep it burning. Those small wins, those small goals is like logs you're putting on the fire. But when it's passion, it's like you flicking a lighter. It just never quite catch. It may catch for a little bit, but it's a small flame and it'll go out because it's only so much in the one lighter. But when it comes to a fire that you build, you can keep putting logs on it, burn for a long time. Right. And so, again, talking back to his situation, I don't have kids right now. Right. But one of the conversations me and my wife had was, we want to be prepared when we have kids. We want private school for our kids. We want to live in a certain zip code. We want to be able to provide them a certain lifestyle that we didn't have. Right. And also, truth be told, kids are very expensive right now. We know that, man, you damn near paying another mortgage for healthcare in this particular current life where we all living. Not to mention if something happened, the kids need stitches or something like that, the medical bills, extra food, extra, utilities you got to pay. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I don't want to do it and struggle, right? That's our thing. We don't want to just have the kids for the sake of having kids. But for those who are thinking about it or those who do, again, remember what he said. Don't use it as an excuse to be less than what you can be. Still hit that gym. Still put your purpose first. Still get in there and hit your goals and put the work in. It doesn't matter that you have kids. You have to make time. I take this all the way back to when I first started shooting videos, just talking about excuses. Man, look at your daily goals. Look at your daily schedule. Figure it out. Some things you may have to sacrifice, but you can't sacrifice purpose, because that's what drives you as a man. That's what's going to drive your leadership to lead your family in the right way. And I'm not saying neglect them, but I am saying you have to make yourself a priority to make sure that you're leading them in the right way. And again, you can't make an excuse just because you got a family. So, follow your purpose and, just keep going with it. So we're going to go to the next one. I just thought that was powerful though, man. All right, let's see. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, yeah. So your woman asks you for input and you say, Whatever you want to do is fine with me. This is a statement of a friend, not a lover. Listen, you have to take lead, man. And listen, I'm not gonna preach the choir. I used to be bad at this for some reason. I think it was just a lazy mind state of it's kind of the same thing as, well, hey, what do you want to eat? Well, whatever you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? That back and forth. And I know, guys, listen, I know that we really don't care. Like, listen, to some degree we care, right? But it's like, listen, just choose something. And I remember this was recent. My wife was working late, and I asked her was she hungry. That was the first thing, and she was taking a while to respond, and finally she did. And I was gonna ask her, was there any particular thing she wanted to eat? Now, here's the thing: if you smart, you'll have a little list on things she like to eat. I like Panda Express. My wife like Panda Express, and for me, it's easy because I can just get like the chicken and veggies, whatever. I was just like, look, I'm gonna pick you up some dinner. That right there was so crucial with her not having to choose. Right? She had a long day. She got a lot going on. The last thing she's thinking about is having 5 different options to choose on what she wants to eat. And so from that in turn gets away from, the statement of a friend. Oh, hey, what about this choice? What about that choice? Right? Be a lover. Look, I'm getting you this, right? I already know what you like because we got history. Now, I'm preaching to the choir, right? This is something that I failed on for a while, but I've learned like you just gotta pick, man. And listen, I'm not saying that's gonna be 100% of the time, but majority of the time, like just take note on what they like to eat or take note on things they like to do, and just be like, look, this is what we doing. Be the leader, be the lover, and so to kind of choose for them, right? So we're gonna move on. Next. Let's see. Hold on, I don't want to read that one. We're gonna go to another one real quick. Here we go. All right. If you aren't living from your core, giving your fullest gifts, everyone will feel the lack of your true purpose. Your kids will challenge your authority. Your colleagues will take advantage of you. Your friends won't expect much from you, and your wife won't trust you. Listen, living from your core is living from your purpose, right? Living from your center, living from you standing on your square, living from your core. Don't worry about what people think, man. Like at some point, you got to have some effort in your system, right? You can't really worry about what other people think. That's just what it is. Like, listen, you can take a people's opinions, but don't take it as advice, right? That's just what it is. Unless it's somebody who that's in a position that you want to get to, then that's advice because they're giving back, saying, "Hey, this is my roadmap. They can get you. Hey, this is what I know worked that was successful, right?" And so, that's the only time that you want to take advice. But as far as everybody else, that's just opinions. You have to live in your purpose, man. And if you're not doing that, it doesn't resonate. When you are living in your purpose, people start to gravitate to you. And I've felt this for the last 8 months. Again, I felt it when I was younger and I was I was very ambitious on my grind when I was, doing music. It just pulled people towards me. It was just amazing. And again, I just wasn't conscious to it. Right? I wasn't conscious to, it being in black and white and really understanding that that's what's happening. I'm just attracting life to me. And so now that I'm in that phase and I'm just, building my magnet even stronger to attract life towards me as I'm doing little things to increment, my personal development, getting smarter and things like that, working on my physical fitness, working on, building my relationship stronger with God and my spirituality. Those are the pillars, mind, body, and spirit, the Trinity, right? So that's what's important. And again, if you're not on that, if something's unbalanced, is people gonna recognize that. They may not say nothing because they love you, they like you, and they don't want to hurt your feelings. But the truth of the matter is you gotta hurt your own feelings sometimes because you have to be real. You have to check your own self. You have to kick your own self in the butt. Right? So that's just very important that, you get to a point where you center and you can live, from your core, man. just in your spirit. And that's gonna just resonate. You're gonna become fulfilled. Trust me, I'm telling you. I'm here. And I'm still just amplifying it. And I see it every day. It just becoming very attractive. And so it's just very important that you live from live with your fullest gifts that you got from God, and you live in your true purpose, not a lack of. Don't have that have an abundance mind state. Let me just say that. Have an abundance mind state. And again, if you don't, what do you say? Your kids gonna challenge your authority, your colleagues gonna take advantage of you, your friends won't expect much from you, and your wife won't trust you. Come on, husbands. We need that trust, we need that respect. And then we need love. Right? We need respect, trust, love in that order. So it's just very important. All right. And so last one. A man's track record means nothing to the feminine. A man can be perfect for 10 years, but if he's an asshole for 30 seconds, his woman will act like he's always been one. The feminine response to the moment of energy, forgetting her man's history of past behavior. A man's past behavior is irrelevant to his woman's feeling in the moment. But when man base much on another man's history of behavior, so they think their own track record should be counted for something, but a woman doesn't. So this remind me, right? I'm gonna dive deep into this, but real quick, this remind me of working in sales. It was this attitude, there was this saying, right? What have you done for me lately? So it's like every 30 days, man, working in sales. This is when I was working at finance doing loans, right? And we pushing them loans. And we might kill it one month, 30 days. We might kill it. We like, man, we hit way past our sales goals. And we like, cool, we can sit back a little bit next month. We up. Nope. The mentality is, all right, can you do it again? Yeah, that was last month. What are you doing this month? What have you done for me lately? And it's just, that's the same thing with when he's talking about you can be perfect for 10 years and you do one thing and your wife think you're an a-hole, right? And he's like, wait, I've been on point for 10 years. I do one little thing and that's how you feel? But that's what he's saying. He's saying that's how women, that's how they move. They move off their emotional state. It don't matter. You could have been on point consistently, but you do one little thing and it's over. You know what I mean? But he's also saying for us as men, we look at our track records. That's how we move. We're very logical, right? So we do look at, man, he's done A, B, and C. That's how we judge off each other kind of past history, not moment to moment. It does count, but that ain't really how we judge each other. And I get what he's saying about that. But for women, nah, it's what is right now. What have you done for me? That what you did yesterday don't matter. What you done today? So I just thought that was very interesting. And so you just got to stay consistent with them. That's just the nature of it. And it makes sense to me. So but here's a good thing, man. Here's a good thing, husbands. It does keep you on your toes so you can't get lackluster. So you can't get lazy. So you can't get comfortable. And I think that's what get a lot of us in trouble is we think, right, and now, okay, yeah, it's clicking. So we think that because our history with the woman, we went on this big vacation 2-3 years ago, that should hold them over. No, they want to do that every year. They want to do that every chance they get. It's a current cycle. It's not a history with them. It's short term, right? It's day to day. It's week to week. They ain't looking at what happened last year. They're looking at what happened today. And so that's just how they move. That's just what it makes sense. But again, that challenges us as husbands. That challenges us as men to continuously date our wives, continuously grow and develop with them, right? And to not get comfortable. Comfort is a slow death. And so, like I said, I get it, man. That's why I say, guys, read this book. And because it's way more nuanced than what I'm putting in it. I'm just giving my spin on it, based on what he's saying. But it's so much nuance in it. And I think it'll help a lot of you guys who feel like, they want to grow their relationship even more. And again, most of it really personal development. The way of the superior man is basing it on us. And I've always said it's all our fault. Like, as men, we have to take the lead. A lot of us just getting comfortable. Again, like he said, we think that because what we did, 10 years perfectly, that's good. That's good enough. And we can sit down and chill. You got to constantly build, man. You got to constantly go with the flow. That's just how they move. And if you want to keep your wife happy, you want a happy relationship, you got to be a current. You can't be standstill. You can't, build this bridge and you just set and let it go. Now you got to constantly keep building. You got to constantly keep putting maintenance on it. That's just what it is. So very interesting stuff. So this was part 2 again. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. I did. Like I said, I'm ready to read the book again. I've read it twice. And I'm like, man, every time I go back into it, I'm just like, dang, I need to read this again. It's just a refresher. But I definitely think I got to drop part 3. Because this go into a lot of other stuff with men on the sexual part that can help a lot of guys too. Yeah, it's good, man. I got to go through and read it again. But I hope y'all enjoyed part 2 of this video. And drop a comment below. Hit that notification bell, thumbs up on the video if you like the content, if you like the message today. And if this is your first time, welcome to the Husband Code. Subscribe. And until next time, I appreciate you guys. Peace.